Hey guys, and welcome to this brand new video series. And today I am with X Soul Reaver here on
I got,
my right, and on the other side we got DG Trooper Zed. And guys, where are we right now?
we are in May's server and you're in my castle.
Awesome. Okay, so what are we going to do today?
We're building a sorter system.
Okay, so why don't you explain to us what we're going to need to build this thing?
Okay, what we will need is a block of iron of X amount,
Okay,
a block of normal chests
yeah,
of X amount, another block of trap chests of X amount, some repeaters, some comparators, some redstone, and some hoppers.
okay.
And we'll need some redstone torches and some signs.
Okay, so and where did you want to make that build? This looks like a pretty large cleared out area here. You want to start it here?
Yeah, we would like
Okay,
to obviously we'll go for the loading system over here.
okay,
And then obviously work our way down to the very end.
okay. And so you said you wanted to go for the four level, right?
Yep, that's right.
Okay, I need some block here that I can use to climb up a bit. Okay, and oh, thank you. Can I have one
You're
more?
welcome.
Can I have one more? There we go.
Yeah, there are.
Awesome. Okay, guys, we're back up and running. That was a really quick restart. Should probably tell our friends here that we've made some changes to the server. And what is it that we've actually done, guys? That's
We've cut down the borders from obviously 3 million blocks down to 22,000 blocks of
right.
chunks.
Yeah, and
And obviously now it's just taking the time of rendering in all the rest of the chunks, so it makes this server smooth and easy.
yeah. So while we're kind of waiting for the rendering, which is kind of taking place right now, it is going to cause a little bit of issue like I think we just had where it just kind of kicked us out, but we're back up and running. Okay, so where
Yep.
we left off, I was just showing DG here, which I think he's kind of worked on one of these before, but I was just explaining to him the build that I got that we were going to do for Craig here. So I explained to that we have a this comparator facing away from this hopper, which is also facing away from the hopper, and I'll explain to you guys what that is. We just need one more item to place on this mechanism, which is going to be down here, and so we need to just pop a torch under this hopper, and as the signal will be triggered by the hopper up there with the comparator, and it'll send a signal down here telling the system that, hey, I have something in the hopper and it belongs in this section. And so now we'll go ahead. Uh, we'll put Craig. How about we make the first one cobble just to make it easy.
Yep, make a
Okay.
cobblestone. Yeah, we
Yeah,
can
we'll
do
do a
that.
cobblestone. I don't have any cobblestone. Anybody got any cobblestone on them?
I
No.
have got some. I can get some.
Oh, okay. So while Craig goes and gets that, I can continue our little explanation of what makes this whole thing work. And uh, I know there's many other designs out there that people have done. This is just the one that I've done that I've done several times. And so we'll come up. So I'll get.
I will make you stairs up.
You'll make okay. So he's going to make a little stairs for us to get up there because we need access to that one hopper that's next to the comparator. And then I'll
And I have 35 cobblestone.
oh, you do. Cool, cool. That probably
Yeah,
should
found it in
be.
the shulker box.
Oh, did you? Oh, okay. So remember DG when I was explaining about, that it's odd that, we have this hopper facing away from the comparator. And you're thinking, well, what's it going to do? It's like it's got nowhere to send its items. Well, here's the trick that I've learned through building this one, and you've probably seen this one before, yeah? Right.
Yeah, I've seen this before, yes.
Yeah, yeah. So this is the hopper where we want to place 22 items in, and just get that up to. And this is how I do it. So you put 18 and then 4, and you'll see that the comparator has lit up. So you see that too,
I see
DG?
that, yes.
Yeah. Now, what will happen is when an item is coming through the system, I'm just going to put another hopper there.
There we go.
Thank you. So what will happen is if we place we're just going to place one cobblestone in here. As it travels, it'll hit this block and sort of ask the question, do I belong here? And it will say, well, yes, you do belong here because there's already cobble here. And then it'll trigger the lighting system. Now, the very first one that you put in there doesn't go anywhere. It actually goes into this first hopper and stays there. But if we add another, and I think DG, you just checked the chest down there, and there's no cobble down there, right?
That's correct.
Yeah, because that one piece of cobble I put in here is actually in this second piece, right? And it's not going.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, it's not going anywhere because the light, the redstone light, is preventing that from going anywhere. So if I add one more piece in here, and if we just check again, we only have 22 items in that one, and we only have one cobblestone in that one. So if you please, you probably have to go all the way down to the bottom.
Yeah, it's in the bottom.
So you got one piece of cobble. So that's how this system works. It's pretty fast. I mean, obviously, the more hoppers you make and how many slices that you have. We just made one slice is all we've done here. And so now we're ready to basically build the rest of the system. Oh, look out. So that's it. Now we can carry on.
To place the item frames. The first sorter was cobblestone, so let's place the item frame, and Park will place the cobblestone, so you know what item is in the chest.
And what you just saw there was a little lag.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's on the ones.
You can place it in any order you want.
Yeah, any order, yeah. So what Soul Reaver is doing right now is he's just placing out the blocks to indicate what, you know, right now he's doing all the sort of stone and dirt blocks, or the blocks that you mine for. And some of them are for what you turn stone into. And he'll continue that all the way down, and you got lots of chests there to work out what you want. If you're going to have like your tree items in one section, and possibly other items that you know, things that you collect a lot of. That was funny. Another lag spike there. I should probably just mention to everybody that our server is going through a rendering right now, so it's causing these little lag spikes. So hopefully that rendering will be done in the next well, couple of days. It might take a couple of days. So okay, so this is how it's coming along right now. And next thing that has to be done after Craig has decided what each set of chests are going to contain, as he runs back and forth to go get some more items. The next bit is to place these items in those hoppers. Though remember those ones that I explained to you, DG? The 22 that go into the one, and then it will place one more in the next one, which you don't have to do it manually. You can just do that. Let the system do that. So while we're here, do we have... let me see. I'm going to go ahead and load some items. Let's see if we got some more of that granite there, because he's got the granite right here. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to test this out and see how it goes. So at the very end here, I'm going to place a whole bunch of... I'm going to go ahead and place a bunch of those, a bunch of the cobblestone, and I'm going to place... Of course, we have to wait for each system. You know which one's which, right? You're on the reverse side now. So you almost need to know where the items are. So let me see.
Well, you can do to help yourself out as well, if you could put signs at the back of the hopper to say like what you could do. Like
Yeah.
cobble,
So
granite.
the second one is stone.
Oh, where to put the stone in it.
Yeah, that's fine. No, it's working. And then the third one, we might have to just skip that one for now. But we'll...
Is that the granite?
No, the granite is the fifth one down.
Okay. So which one's the one that needs to be done now? Is the diorite, is it?
Not diorite,
Gravel.
but you put in one of those blocks there that you make.
The chiseled, or?
Yeah, the chiseled. That's it, the chiseled one. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so we got...
The worst thing is I forgot how to do the chiseled.
Yeah, I know. I sometimes forget how to do that too. So I just loaded up the granite one, and let's go over here and make sure the granite is coming into the right hopper. Sorry, right chest, I should say. And let's see here. Make sure that it's working.
I already did the iron blocks too.
Okay. Oh, already made a mistake. I think because we didn't have anything in that third item. I guess we'll have to do each item at a time, because if they're not set up at the back, they'll just go into the next.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah.
We have to place,
Which you could fill it with anything too in the meantime if you don't have enough of those items. So if you have some like junk items, like maybe poppies or something like that, that way it'll skip that hopper and go to the next one. Wow, the lag is really bad.
Oh, I know that one.
Yeah, yeah. So let me see, is there any junk items in here that I can
What do you
use? I was looking for some junk items just to fill that this one here with the chiseled. So if you got some poppies or something, that would got a bunch of poppies.
I think you can use the cobblestone.
Yeah, no, I can't, because then
Use that.
Oh, okay, yep. Whoop, there we go. How many did you give me there?
I don't think I'll give you another
13.
one.
I don't think I have enough. Yeah.
Lag.
Lag. Yeah. So I'm just gonna fill this third hopper just with junk items right now until we get enough of the.
But they gotta be the same junk items all the way along.
Doesn't have to be the same junk item. It can be any junk item. It's just when you, when you fill the next slot, it'll just skip it if it says, "Oh, I don't belong in this one," kind of thing. So. And I need more junk. I got like tons of poppies at my place. Okay, so we're gonna just load in all the andesite again. Each hopper that's facing away from the comparator needs to have 22 items. And as we begin loading the items into the hopper, we'll see those items go through, and you should then begin to see the lights flickering as they make their way down, as they pass through each hopper and basically go, do I belong in this hopper or do I belong in the next one?
What I'm doing is a silent loading system, which will be less annoying than the dispensers that always does that constant tick noise. So
Yeah, okay, so you're going to set up a system that's going to throw the system into the top hopper up there. Oh, you might have to pull that back because you're too close to that redstone, I think. This redstone torch. So you might
okay, I'll make it one. I'll make it one, the hopper one down across. So.
Yeah, one block further back then, and have to add another hopper up at the top, right where you're standing there, DG. If you can throw another hopper on throw another hopper on the end there if you got. That's perfect.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So there, yeah, because it was just too close to that torch, and that torch was going to obviously. Okay, the massive storage system is done for this part anyway. I don't know if you got any more you're going to be doing. So, but this is it here. It's pretty massive. So I think our next spot now is to test it out and let's see how this works. So where do we go from here?
Okay, so basically this system here anyway is the silent tick system, so you won't hear any of the clicking as you would with the dispensers.
Right.
So
okay.
basically it's hoppers going into the droppers all the way up to the system itself. So and then obviously it continues on with the sorting system itself.
Yeah.
But it's run by a hopper click system, which is only got one item inside it.
Okay, so that's two hoppers that are facing each other, and there's just an item that goes back and forth between the two. Okay, I find it funny how they call them droppers, but we got the droppers facing upwards, so it's not actually dropping items. It is, but it's dropping them upwards. So I find that kind of funny that they're called a dropper, but if you face them upwards, they drop their items up to the next.
You could call them throwers.
Throwers, yeah, or passers or something like that. Can't call them a dispenser because there's already a dispenser, but that does something different than what a dropper does. So why don't we try this? Let's try this mechanism out. So what I'll do is, actually, I'll give you the honors because so I just got a few pieces of cobblestone here, and what I'll do is I'm going to hang out back here in the corner and just sort of see what happens. I should see some lights flashing. So go ahead and pop that in there. Yeah, so we did see it firing. Yep, the lights did. That was pretty quick actually. So
it's quite quick because this is a double chest on top of the hoppers. It's obviously a double feeding system into the droppers.
Right. Now what is the drawback with a system of this size? Obviously it has a lot of hoppers, and we know for a fact that on a multiplayer server, hoppers have been a culprit in the past for causing lag. But we've also learned of another thing which kind of sad, And what does that have? What is that we've learned about lag that's caused by something we have here that we should probably talk about?
It is the item frames itself,
Right.
which is obviously with the system, it's got to obviously detect the block that's inside of the item
Right.
frame, and obviously
Hmm.
it's got to actually detect the item frame itself as well.
Yeah, and which direction the item in the frame is facing, because you can turn the item, I know, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so that we've discovered that item frames like this are like, which is actually a shame because this looks very pretty when you've got it set up like this.
Yeah.
And so I think what we would want to suggest for some people, if you play on a single player world by yourself, this is probably fine. Or if you play on a multiplayer world with very few people and very few plugins, then this will probably be an okay thing. But if you're on a server that's got a lot of people, I mean, we don't always have a lot of people on this server all at one time, but we've had up to 15 or 20 playing at the same time. But mostly we have anywhere from 3, 5, or 6. But that's still enough to cause, some lag for certain people. So what can we do to remedy this if this many item frames are going to be an issue? What could we do to alleviate that?
Okay, so yeah, basically what you'd able to do with this particular, obviously with the item frames and that, you can take them out of the item frame and instead put them on the floor.
Oh, okay. Okay, so we can,
Obviously, yeah. Just
yeah,
as an example,
yeah,
possibly obviously take that out and then put that there,
right.
and
Okay,
and
so
then
I
so
notice our
on.
floor is also cobblestone, so that's why this one's already a cobblestone here. So,
Yeah, pretty
yeah.
much.
Okay, so we can do that, and that's an all right way of doing it. And I guess another way we could do something too is to maybe replace the item frames with an actual sign. And I don't even have a sign on me. Do you have a sign
Uh,
on you?
no, I do not.
At least I can make one. I just got to go down here and make one. And I don't know
Okay.
about you, but I do feel a little bit of the lag just in this area. How about yourself?
Yeah, I
Any?
can feel a slight impact on the frames.
Yeah, it's not a lot. I mean, obviously, if we had mobs that came in here, we'd probably really feel it. But I think,
Plus, it's
um,
not raining or
well, right,
all dark, so
yeah, it's not raining right now, so I think that helps a little bit. And we are in a fairly big build, but I do notice it just a little bit when moving around. It's a little bit jumpy. So I guess the other thing too would be to put signs in front. Signs are not something that's going to be a problem that we certainly know about, because there's some builds out there I've done that has thousands of signs, and they don't really cause a lot of any lag that I'm aware of. So yeah,
well,
so
I placed that wrong.
yeah, well, it doesn't. I wouldn't say you placed it wrong. It's just the way you placed it. You could put it on the bottom one too, so that way when you're looking down, you could see the matching uh, brick or block that belongs here right below it. So as you were to, come in here and look down, and I mean, we're expecting that other people might want to come and use this, or we can invite other people to come here and use this system if they so desire. But yeah, so the other thing you can do is just use signs, just like as Soul Reaver is doing right here, and chiz stone. What is a chiz?
A short word for chisel stone.
Okay. That's funny. I saw that and I was like, okay, I know what he's saying, but I thought it was kind of funny that it said chiz. So, but yeah, I get it. So, all right, so that's the storage auto storage system. And I think this was probably one of the biggest ones I've been involved in. And it's it's cool. It's a great thing. And like I say, I would recommend to people to, especially on a multiplayer server, to use something other than item frames, even though they do look pretty or they look nice. I would just reduce the number of item frames that you do use, and that way, just it just makes it a little easier. And like I say, I can feel just a little lag, but nothing too bad. Like I say, there's no mobs around here that are gonna get us.
No.
Anything else, sir? Is that all it?
Uh,
Does that wrap it up?
yeah, I think that does wrap it up. Yeah.
Okay, so well, that's awesome, and I want to thank everybody. You know, if you notice, DG, he had to run. Obviously, this video was done over a few days, and he wasn't able to join us today. But we do want to send out our thank yous for him participating and helping us build this massive storage system. And thank you very much for joining us. And if you like this video, please be sure to click on that like button and definitely consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you, guys.
Ta-ra.